Hi everyone, good evening doctor. We are from group 2. Here are my group members. Myself Pavitra Manimaran, Amir Fedas bin Ismail, Wizia, Raja Nur Fahanis binti Raja Iskandar, Muhammad Arif bin Muhammad Zainal. So today we are going to present the impact of COVID-19 on the future of technology, especially in logistics and transportation industry. I will brief the introduction in details for students to get the point what we are going to present today. So now I will explain more about definition of logistics and transportation. Transportation is the definition of movement of the supplies and materials from one area to another place. Logistic, it means that getting your items to the client schedule in a correct quantity and good shape and reasonable price. Moreover, in COVID-19 pandemic, overwhelming number of countries across the globe restrict their borders and curtailed the transportation and movement in the beginning of 2020, causing the international trade and transportation to be impeded. COVID-19 pandemic has been serious influence on transportation organizations that operate with the both of transport, retention, and logistic chain. This powerful industry has been affected by both inflation and economic disruptions and making the managing changes slowly and very painful. Financial crises are incredibly difficult and mostly in transportation and logistic business and industries. Furthermore, in this sector, most of the companies it's making cause huge issues during the process of export and import. So that's all from me. Next, I will pass to next presenter.
Good day, doctor. My name is Ng Hui Xia, matrix number 278467. Now I'm going to discuss about the challenges and opportunity of logistics and transportation industry in the post-COVID-19. There are four challenges of logistics and transportation industry in the post-COVID-19. The first one is government policy in the country. During the pandemic of COVID-19, many countries in the world have locked down their country in order to control the spreading of COVID-19. For example, the cargo ship of the logistic company has been blocked from entering the country, which will affect the logistic company's service. During the lockdown, the workers are not allowed to work in the office. It means that no one works in the warehouse, which will affect the daily operation of logistic company. The transportation also been affected due to the decision to cross over the state. Many transportation have been blocked down by the police during the lockdown periods. The second one is the bad economy statements. According to the Statista, the employment rate in the Malaysia has been increased sharply from 3.3% in 2019 years to 4.55% in 2020 years. From the statistics, we can conclude that the ability of the residents to spend for the Malaysian has been declined. Once the ability of the residents to spend is low, they will spend less on online shopping and it will cause the revenue of the logistic and transportation company to become less indirectly. The third one is digital transformation. Some small companies still use the traditional method to operate their business. They might use handwork to carry out all the business processes. It will be a trouble for the company during the COVID-19 pandemic as they might lack workers to handle the operations. For example, when the government announced that the office job workers need to work from home and they will no workers to help customers to check the package, and will affect the service provided. The customer might change to other big delivery companies to deliver their package and lose their customers. In order to maintain the customers to their company, they need to transform their company into the high technology company in order to sustain in the markets. But they might need to have a huge capital to transform the company, and it will be a big issue for those small delivery companies. They will lack of money to transform the technology and be disqualified by the markets. The fourth one is the shortage of the workers. The logistic and transportation company will face the problem of shortage of workers in their companies. When the company staff is diagnosed with the COVID-19 disease, the government will require the staff's colleagues to quarantine and the office close temporarily for sterilizations. This will cause the company lacking of the workers to carry out the company business. For example, the worker in the company A will be quarantined if there is a customer confirmed diagnosis with the COVID-19 disease in their shop. This would cause the company to not have enough workers to provide the service if it happen much time company at the same time. So it will give a bad experience to the customer and affect the brand image of the company. Now, I will talk about the opportunity of logistics and transportation industry in the post-COVID-19. The first one is changing of spending behavior. During the COVID-19 pandemic, online shopping has become trends of the world. They are afraid of the spreading of COVID-19 and they decrease the number of time shopping in the real shop and choose online shopping. Hence, it stimulates the use of logistics and transportation. When the customer purchase online, the seller will have arranged the shipment with their delivery agents provided in the online shopping platform like Shopee, Lazada, and so on to deliver the product that they want to them. And this will be the opportunity of the logistic company to increase the company's sales. The second one is increase in freight-free index. During the pandemic of COVID-19, the seaports across the world were temporarily closed, and this led to the massive shortage of the container in some countries. When there is demand more than supply, the price rate will increase simultaneously. It will be a good chance for the logistic company to increase the price and change the customer with a higher rate. And the customer did not have any choice because they might have signed the contract with another company to deliver the product on time. So they will just accept the offer from the logistic company in order to prevent breaking the agreements. Thus, it will be a good chance for the logistic company to increase the revenue of the company twice or even more. The last one is the advanced technology. The logistic company needs to have workers work in the warehouse to handle the shipment and arrange the product in the cargo ship. Once the government requires all the workers to work from home in the pandemic of COVID-19, the operation of logistic company will face a big problem as no one have moved the product into cargo ships. Thus, this advanced technology can help us to solve the problems. Advanced technology like robots can replace workers' jobs to move the product into cargo ship and arrange the shipments. Besides that, the logistic company may have a self-service cashier in the shop for the customers to check their package themselves instead of checking in the package at the counter. That's all from me. Then I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum to Doctor and friend. My name is Raja Nurfahanis binti Raja Iskandar and my metric number is 273514. I will explain about the role of technology management and how technology is changing the future of logistics and transportation. As we know, technology management is tied in with getting individuals and innovation corporation to do what general society expect, which is a bunch of orderly strategies for dealing with the common way of applying the information to extend human exercise and produce characterized item. Other than that, technology also extraordinary impact that manner in which people convey, learn and complete things. In this way, it will help society and decide the manner in which individual interface with one another consistently. Today, logistic and transportation industry is changing significantly and organization and transporter are continually connecting to better approach for managing change. As we know, logistic and transport are two inseparable things, but there is a difference to both of that, which is logistic is the flow of the road used in the delivery of material to a destination, while transportation is a kind of high-powered vehicle, especially when we are in a world surrounded by technology today. So there are 3 points the technology change that affecting the logistic. One is delivery tracking system. This is said because prior to changing the software to technological innovation, consumer who purchase from another country will be given an anticipated date the good will be dispatched rather than a definite date. However, technological advancement have improved the verification system. Any shipping goods in transit may be traced in real time. Second point is Internet of Things that we call IoT. Plenty more electronic automobile are now linked to Wi-Fi to almost everything, which is why it is referred to as the Internet of Things by providing knowledge more easily accessible. This enables automatic operation to take place as well real information sharing across device. Third is radio frequency identification. As we know, radio frequency identification has been around for many generations and have transformed the logistic business as well as every company that depend on frequency incoming and exiting inventories. When a product has reached intermodal point and the scanner will read each unique RFID codes and send a notification to the firm about the product verification. So, for the technological changes taking place in field of transportation, because the full-scale utilization of flying vehicle continue, we already observe cross-sector engagement with the notion of flying cars. To optimize the competitiveness in the emerging borderless economy, we should be mindful of the potential or collaboration across the kind of industry. Second is maintainability and energy efficiency also a factor in the technological changes taking place in field of transportation. Because of that, modern transport network should be fuel efficient as the need to reduce carbon emission develop. Last but not least, advancement in autonomous vehicle technology will alter the paradigm of automobile ownership and provide enormous potential in automobile premium service. It boosts the performance of its customer by allowing them to use their long trip time more effectively and systematically. That's all from me. Thank you. I will pass for the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Samir Fidabi Ismail and my metric number is 270979. And today I will talk about how COVID-19 is transforming the logistic and transportation industry. Transportation is the main version nowadays. Since the emergence of COVID-19 disease outbreak, many changes have taken place around the world that have caused a country to have a change different technique and lifestyle that affect other industry, including transportation. The transportation industry is among most affected industry due to the relative large pattern of change in terms of land, sea and air transportation. The transportation industry is important because this industry is able to lead a country in terms of shipping goods or people from one place to another place. After advance of COVID-19, some transportation links were affected. The first how COVID-19 is transforming the logistic and transportation industry is the ocean transportation. Ocean transportation is a better transportation areas and a creation of activity that can be useful for the carry out commerce in the nation are the only way to promote connecting between the various enterprise and trade route. Business may be leverage various mode and transportation to develop expansion possible and implement initiative to improve commerce and portability of their respective nation. It has been discovered the one of the most often utilized transportation route is the ocean route, which is a business may be employed in many nations to product supply chain activity. It's also said that as a result of COVID-19 epidemic, distinct change in ocean freight that have occurred through the world, posing the challenge of government in terms of transportation. Secondly, the COVID-19 is transforming the land transportation industry. The land transportation industry is the main route of our country. The increasing manufacturing product have caused obstacle for land traveler dealing with the freight concern, which is one of the key challenges facing land freight. It has been noted that maritime transport capacity has declined, putting more strain on land transportation and negative impacting timely logistic and transportation service. The importance of the COVID-19 pandemic has the result in the considerable change from physical to online purchasing, which is one of the biggest issue in the increases the burden on land transportation industry. The amount of commodity transport by land in the city and country is rise, but the land road capacity to carry out the operation in terms of the international distribution and transportation has decreased. Lastly, the COVID-19 transforming the air transportation industry. The COVID-19 outbreak has substantial negative impact on the air transportation, posing the issue for traveler and transportation product between sites. Because of the high regulation and limit in the market and airline as a result of COVID-19 outbreak, air fridge has explained issue itself. The government have enforced restriction to improve safety and provide safe procedure for moving across nation using the air fridge. Variation obstacle for individual travel and had negative impact on transportation. Addressing the aviation staffing required and establish the method of efficiency and effective in the respect of difficult tasks. It has been noticed these are issues that have posed problem for safety measurement that have back impact on country transportation system. And now I'll pass to my next presenter, Muhammad Arif.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to Doctor and my fellow friends. My name is Muhammad Arif bin Muhammad Zainul. My booking number is 269696. I want to talk about my part, which is a conclusion from the slide presentation, which is to our group get the topic, which is transportation. And for the conclusion that we all know the result from the research show a lot of impact from various angle, which is activities of the logistic and supply change was having a very bad issue, which is the from the impact of the pandemic COVID-19 at our country. The pandemic COVID-19 made a tremendous impact, especially in the transport sector, which is a major sector for our country. When the transport cause the supply of the goods that had to delivery to be slow and had to be blocked by the we all know that our country having the PKP, so the police have made a roadblocks to next in our country. Many transportation companies have been bear a lot of losses, especially bus company, because of the lack of passenger, and also many factories closed during the movement control PKP. So the impact of the COVID-19 giving many impact for many factor, not only for the company, also for the people and for the environment. That's all for my explanation about the conclusion. Thank you.